Alrighty, guys. Today we've got a Street Bob 24. I think it's 2015 actually. 2015 Street Bob. Got the 103 engine in it. 6-speed. Looking to maybe pick up a second bike. And a Harley would be a nice addition to the garage. Kind of give me a difference from my Street Triple over there. Let's see, get my jacket set up, sit on this beast. Oh, she's a Harley, she's shaking. Yeah, clutch. You can feel the torque. Alright, I like the controls. I used to have a Sportster, so I kind of know. Ooh, that front brake is not like the sport bike. Not pulling at all. I think it's a single disc front. Definitely not no Brimbos or Nissans like I have on my sport bike. Not too bad. I think I'd probably get a bigger seat. Kind of feeling, ooh, yeah, you gotta shift early on these babies. One thing that's weird about Harleys, I guess not necessarily weird, but you don't really see them a lot on cruisers. You don't have a tachometer. And I mean, tax ain't bad when you're on a cruiser because you kind of just feel the engine itself and whatnot. You kind of make your own decision. To me, a Harley is, you know, this vivid black. Oh yeah, she picks up good actually. 103 engine in it, got 100-something horsepower. And about the same in torque, pretty much 1-to-1, I think. So, I mean, she picks up pretty good. Not a heavy bike at all. She feels pretty nimble. Not very flickable like a sport bike, you know, because you're not on top of it and the center of gravity's different and whatnot. But I'm sure that comes with, you know, not having experience and practice on this bike, you know. I'm pretty comfortable on my triple, and I can pretty much go and do what I want. I feel, you know, fairly good on that bike. But I mean, this is by no means going to be laying down in corners like a sport bike. That's just not what it's made for. I'd be getting this bike for long cruises. Yeah, she picks up pretty good. First gear, my Sportster would go out about 45, so that's where I'm shifting at. I guess I should get up higher in the gears. Let's go to 6th. 6th at 45. Yeah, a little chuggy, but you're just cruising along, man. That ain't bad. You can just putt through town all day on this. Let's drop her down to 5. Yeah, 5's more where she wants at 45 to cruise. Still got a little bit of clunk Harley to it, but smooths out a little bit. Let's see, 3rd. Yeah, 3rd feels more like a sport bike. It's constantly revved, and she ain't ready to go like a sport bike, but it ain't bad, that's for sure. Like the vivid black. I don't know about these mini apes. I think I'd get drags on it. That's just because that's just my style. I thought about getting one of these a while back before I went to my CBR 600 that I sadly have like no footage of because I didn't have a camera at the time. Sounds good though. I mean, stock pipes, I'd get bigger pipes on it. But stock pipes, not too bad. But I thought about getting one of these, and I customized one on HarleyDavidson.com. You can actually like customize your paint and your rims and stuff. And the one it came out to was like 18 grand, which wasn't bad for the bike that it was. But I found an awesome deal on my CBR, like I said, and it came out to a lot cheaper. And I kind of like the bike more just because the kind of rider I am. I like, you know, having the sport bike in town and hitting the twisties and whatnot. But the only reason I'm looking at a second bike is for them long hauls. My dad's got a Limited, and he's like, hey, you want to go to Colorado? I was like, yeah, sure. My sister lives out in Colorado, so I was like, hey, yeah, we can go make a trip out. And he's like, I was like, so what kind of time frame are you thinking you want to do this, you know, because I have to get off time from work and whatnot to do a bigger ride. And he's like, yeah, I was thinking about a weekend. I looked at him, and I kind of like, what? He wanted me to do, you know, 1,700 miles in a weekend, and I was like, it'll take me a weekend to get down there, Dad. Come on. And so I don't know if you guys watched my previous video, but in my previous video I talked about looking for a new Mustang. I think I'm kind of gonna drop that idea. My car that I have now isn't really as bad, and I think I'm just gonna see if I can pick up a second bike, and a Harley would be the perfect fit for my garage. Let me get out and do the longer tours with my family, and just be able to put on some more miles than my sport bike would allow me to do, you know, comfortably. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna hit a U-turn here in a little bit, kind of get a feel for this bike though. It's pretty nice. One thing I really have trouble with Harleys is figuring out what gear I want to be cruising in. Here's a stop sign up here. I think I might give it a little gas. Goose it a little bit. Yeah, Harleys, you're feeling more rear brake, just slow you down and whatnot. You know, there's a bunch of problem with Harleys about finding neutral, but I just popped it in right there, and that was no problem. Gotta love that big clunk, though, from Harleys. They always got that big clank to show you're in gear. Those pegs are kind of a pain. I've been snagging my pants on the way down, but that's just because I'm used to how my sport bike pegs are set up. Oh! I mean, it wasn't bad. I hit red at about 43, I think it was. My Sportster hit 45 exactly, so that's what I was kind of shifting at. So I kind of missed a shift there. I mean, good torque. I think, let's see if I can get some sound out of it from here. I know it's just stock pipes, but I know if you put some pipes on and a air filter and tune it, it really wakes these bikes up. But God, that clutch is heavy. Yeah, if you shifted about every 20 mile an hour after red, it ain't too bad. That's kind of where she wants to, it's kind of where she reds at. About every 20 mile an hour after 43 or so. I can definitely see myself cruising on this though. Like I said, I'm going to check out a few different bikes. They're all going to have the 103 except for the Street Glide. I can't afford a 103 in the Street Glide. Just because of how new they would have to be. This is a 15, starting about 1,300, I think, or 13,000. I think the lowrider I'm going to try is about 15, and then about 15 again for the Street Glide, but it is a few years older. It's got the, trying to find what gear it wants to be in. Alright, she wants to be in 5th. Kind of shitty day out though. I had to work all week, and it's been sunny and nice, and the weather isn't bad. It's about 71, 72 right now, feel-wise, but it just looks bad out. It looks crappy out. But as I was saying, I can really see myself cruising on this thing. It's pretty nice, pretty comfortable. Like I said, I think I'd have to change the apes. It's just not my style. My hands aren't really comfortable where they're at. Maybe get some drags. Kind of stay about the same height, but, you know, kind of, you know, bring my arms out a little bit where I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel turned in, you know. Get back up to speed. I like the bike though. Let's see. That flashes the bright, I'd say, and that keeps it on. Let's see. That goes through your trips. Let's see. You got range on it, a time, your gear and RPM. I'm in 5th at 2,300. I think they read it about $5,000. That was a pretty good 5th gear pull though. She filled pretty good. Nice little jaunt. She felt good up in the 70 and 80. It's like where she wanted to be. People give Harleys a lot of flack, you know, because they're not really meant to drive fast, you know. They're just cruisers, and people think old men on them. But something like these little bikes with a big fat engine in them, man, they sure do love to run, I'll tell you that. It's a nice little road. I've never been on this road. I've test drove a few bikes from my dealership, TNT Action Sports of Quincy, Illinois. Man, they're awesome people. They pretty much let me come down, do some photo shoots of bikes and whatnot, and test ride, and just, man, they're awesome people. They're friends. They instantly know you when you come through the door. It's just an awesome environment. And if you're around the area, I really recommend you going down. Man, call them up, ask for Andrew, ask for Gary, ask for any of them there. They will give you the best price over the phone without even knowing you than you will pretty much any dealer. They're just awesome guys. Pretty good braking power once you put that rear brake on. It's got ABS, so you can, I'm sure you could press that front brake a little bit more, and it's cruiser, so you just can, because you're not feeling like you're gonna flip over the bars. But I don't know, it's very different because my sport bike, you know, they bite it hard. It's got the big twin dual disc fronts, and I don't know, I don't feel comfortable just slamming hold of that front. Man, I love this road. This engine's so good. Oh, hit neutral. You really got to push your foot way up to kind of hit next gear compared to the sport bike. You kind of just ride in there. But that's just something you get used to after a while. And I'm sure I'm riding in sneakers right now, and I get some boots to ride in this. So with the little height of boots, and especially if they're steel-toe, it'd be no stretch at all. Man, I just don't know. I can't peg where this bike wants to be. I imagine a fifth, but it just didn't feel right. But I guess that's the V-twin coming through. You know, the 2 cylinders firing. It's not as smooth as my 3-cylinder, or especially my 4-cylinder CBR was. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these apes. It kind of feels like I'm holding onto the bike, you know. I'm not. Doesn't feel like I'm in as much control. But like I said, a lot of this comes with practice and just experience on the bike. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where. Yep, this is where I turned off at. Man, it feels weird getting kind of low on that bike. I don't know, man. Fifth is weird. It doesn't really like 55, and it doesn't like, I don't know. It's giving me mixed signals, man. It's just like a woman. Now, I'm pretty sure this bike has the Harley key fob, where if you're in a proximity, it'll turn on because you can see the keys there. I'm sure the key fob is somewhere around here. So like I said, I imagine the key fob's somewhere in the bike or on the bike. They when you buy it though, you get, it's round, it says HD on it. It's fairly big, but you just can keep it in your pocket and just go for a ride. You know, you don't have to do anything. You just walk up, hit the run, and just go for it. You gotta turn the ignition on, of course, but you don't have to enter the key there, and that's pretty nice. It's just convenient. I'm sure if you watch Downshift 83, his Ducati has it where if he's in, you know, range, it'll start. Same with, you know, some newer cars where if you're in range and whatnot, the Tesla, and I'm sure some other newer cars have it. I think the newer Mustangs do if you get the option. Weird seeing my signal so low. It's down here on this little, I don't know, it's not a screen, it's just it's got some LEDs in it that just light up. It's weird having to look so low to see it though. That might just be because my helmet, the nose is blocking it. So if I pull my nose down, yeah, you see it a little bit better, but like I said, people don't really. That's a Roush. That's sexy as fudge. They always got nice cars here, man. I've seen a few GT500s. I've seen C7s countless times. Nothing too exotic, no Maseratis or anything like that. See, my right butt cheek starting to feel a little rough. Just comes along with the bike, though. It's not really considered a full tour. This is their Dyna model. This is their cheapest big bike, I should say. That it's got the biggest engine they make right now, except for, you know, the special edition 110s. But it's considered their canyon carver. You know, you're supposed to be able to take this on a pretty good distance, but still be able to get some good lean on the twisties, which I'm definitely feeling that it turns right and fine, but it just doesn't feel normal, you know, yet to me. So I'm sure if I actually committed to this bike and got this bike, I mean, I'm sure it'd feel nice. I'm sure I'd get used to it, and I'm sure I could just, you know, if we did a long trip, I could kill it on the canyons. Brakes aren't bad, but they're not what I want them to be. I'd love some Brimbos on these. That'd be badass. Oh, that was pretty smooth. I'm pretty proud of that one. Pretty proud of that one! Man, my leg's hot, though. You can feel the heat. It's definitely, you know, you can definitely know it's an air-cooled engine. One thing I don't like is when you pull in the clutch, the gear indicator goes away, so you don't really know what gear you're in. And the good thing about, yeah, see, if you pull it in, it's gone. I'd like if they kept that on the whole time, because on my street triple, if I'm searching for a gear, you know, my street triple has a gear indicator. So if I'm in neutral searching for a gear, or if I got the clutch pulled in and searching for a gear, you know, theoretically, if you're really lost in your gear, you'd have to go all the way down or all the way up and count, instead of, if you're in fourth and you're trying to find second, for some reason you thought you were in sixth. You can find that a lot easier on my bike. Oh, rock got brought up into that front fender there. I feel like I gotta waddle this fucking bike though, because where the pegs are, you gotta really get your legs out. See, I'm gonna go out in front of this UPS guy. Oh yeah, he was turning. I had all kinds of time. Alright, I don't know if they're still in school or not, so I'll try to keep it under the speed limit. It perceives you a little bit, because where you sit, because the way, oh, is this a 500? Dope. I like it. I like it. GT 500. I wish he had exhaust on it, because that'd have been nice to hear. I've never seen one on the roads of, oh, fucking bus, bro. Chill. Something with sound, man. That'd be awesome, though. This quiet old bike. Harley, they automatically turn the signals off for you, so I keep hitting it and turning it back on while driving straight, because, you know, I'm used to hitting the turn signal again to cancel it. That's what I'm doing on this, even though it cancels on its own. Fun little bike. Definitely something I'll have to look into, though. It's definitely a possibility. I'm considering it. It's an awesome bike, and I'm really happy to let me test drive it. I think I got 2 more I'm gonna try. I don't know how much time I really got today. I don't really want to waste too much time. Let's see, let's hit a U here. We'll take it through those front doors, so I'll shutter here. And let's see, oh my, gotta reach way back. Get a picture of it. It looks good, dude. Looks real nice. Real nice looking bike. You know, I make faces through my helmet, but I've got a chrome visor, so no one knows what the fuck I'm doing.